All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful yet kind of overlooked parts of Microsoft Word, the View tab. By the end of this, you're not just going to be using Word, you'll be like an architect, designing exactly how you work inside it. So let's kick things off with a problem that I am sure has driven every single one of us crazy at some point. You spend hours, right, making a document look perfect on screen. Then you hit print and everything's moved. It's so frustrating. But the answer is right there in the tool we're about to master. And here's the absolute key takeaway. The View tab is your perspective control panel. It does not alter a single word or image in your document. It just changes the lens you're looking through, letting you pick the absolute perfect viewpoint for whatever you're trying to do. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the different ways you can view your document. Then we'll add some cool on-screen visual helpers. After that, we'll get into zooming and window control, unlock some seriously cool automation with macros, and wrap up with a quick word for all you SharePoint users out there. Let's do it. First things first, let's talk about the very core of the View tab, changing your document view. Seriously, think of these options like choosing the right camera lens for the job, whether you're writing, reading, or designing something. Now, this one is probably where you spend most of your time. Print layout. It's the default for a really good reason. It's your classic what you see is what you get view. It shows you exactly how everything, margins, headers, images, the whole shebang is going to look when it physically comes out of the printer. But when it's time to just sit back and read or review something, not edit, read mode is your best friend. It just strips away all those distracting menus and toolbars, and it lays out your text like you're reading a book. It's all about pure, focused reading on your screen. Now, if you're creating something that's going to live online, like a blog post or an article, web layout is totally essential. It shows your document as one long continuous page, just like it would appear in a web browser. This way, you can see how it reflows and make sure it looks great on any screen. For anyone working on big, long documents, think reports, theses, maybe even a book, Outline View is an absolute game changer. It collapses your entire document into this structured outline based on your headings. This gives you that big picture view and lets you reorganize huge sections just by dragging and dropping. It's so powerful. And finally, for those times you need pure, blazing writing speed, there's Draft View. It gets rid of everything else, all the fancy formatting, pictures, page breaks, and just shows your text in one continuous stream. This view is for when you just need to get the words down, fast and distraction-free. Okay, so we've picked our lens. Now let's add some helpful tools to our digital workbench. The Show group in the View tab gives us these fantastic on-screen guides that are perfect for precision layout and navigation. You can just toggle on the ruler and bam, you have precise visual control over your margins and paragraph indents. And grid lines? Oh man, they're amazing when you're designing something like a flyer and you need to line up a bunch of images and text boxes perfectly on the page. The navigation pane is basically your command center for any big document. It lets you instantly jump between sections using your headings. It lets you search for any piece of text. And as we're about to see, it gives you a bird's eye view of every single page. And getting to it is so easy. All you do is check the navigation pane box in the View tab. This pane pops up on the left, and then you just click the Pages tab. Instantly, you get these little thumbnail previews of every single page. It's perfect for when you need to find something visually. All right, let's move on to controlling your canvas. This section is all about getting your magnification just right for detailed work and learning how to juggle multiple documents or multiple parts of the same document at once. And here's a fun little fact for you. You might think Word lets you zoom in a decent amount, right? Well, the maximum on-screen zoom is a massive 500%. It's amazing for when you need to get in there and inspect the absolute tiniest details of your work. But this brings us to a really, really critical point that trips a lot of people up. Using the zoom tools only changes how things look on your screen right now. It has zero effect on the final printed document. Changing the font size, on the other hand, is a permanent change to the text itself, and it absolutely affects how it prints. So let me just say that again, because it's so important. Use Zoom to help you see better on your screen. Do not use it to try and make the text bigger for printing. If you want bigger text on the final printed page, you have to actually increase the font size. Now, this window group is an absolute productivity powerhouse. For example, New Window lets you open a second view of the exact same document, so you can look at your introduction on one side and your conclusion on the other. Or View Side by Side, which lets you compare two different documents with synchronized scrolling. It is unbelievably efficient for reviewing and editing. Okay, let's get to what is probably the most advanced tool in the entire View tab: macros. Now, don't let the name intimidate you. Just think of a macro as your own personal little robot that you can build to do your most boring, repetitive tasks for you. So, what is a macro, really? Well, it's just a recording of your actions. Every click, every keystroke, every formatting change, Word records it all. Then you can save that recording and play it back with a single command to do that whole task for you automatically. And creating one is as simple as hitting record on a tape player. You just start the recorder, you do the actions you want to automate, and then you hit stop. That's it. Word captures everything in between and saves it as your own custom command. So, why would you even bother with this? Well, because macros save an unbelievable amount of time. They get rid of those little manual errors you make when you do the same thing 100 times, and they make sure your work is perfectly consistent across all your documents. This is the real secret to automating your office work. And just one last quick note for those of you working in a corporate environment. If your company uses SharePoint, you might see a Properties button right here in the View tab. This is specifically for managing team metadata on shared documents, things like project codes or status tags. It's different from the general file info you find under the main file menu. Wow, we have covered a ton of ground, from changing your perspective all the way to building your own personal automation robot. So I want to leave you with this question. Think about your own daily work. What is that one tedious, repetitive task you do over and over that you could now use a macro to automate forever?